Okay, so
want to teach you slam poetry. The talk is cheap, right? Cheap like a toy made of like Disney sweatshop, working night houses like Dolly Parton. The interesting, but North Korea just dropped a nuclear bomb on it, just like I dropped a bomb. Mom and Dad, I'm not running the family business. Mom and Dad, I want to be a slam poet artist. To be happy to make it full of smiley faces to where I'm acting that just like everybody else. Ding dong, welcome to heaven. Those powerful words for any blue-blooded American. So talk isn't cheap, but my class is $50 for the 8-week session. The world of adult weeks.
oh, hang on, audio.
Your face's new best friend. Say goodbye to dry skin and wrinkles.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Say hello to healthy, radiant, beautiful skin.
Well, hello there.
Oh, hey, hi.
Because you're never too old to look 10 years younger.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All new Virgin Blood Face Mask.
I can feel it working already.
No harsh chemicals, just 100% all-natural blood from a dying virgin.
And a pinch of black magic.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
What price will you pay for youthful skin?
Anything.
Anything!
Anything.
Anything! Kill her!
Virgin Blood Face Masks, only $10.99 a bottle.
That's actually really reasonable.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? I can't hear myself. I don't think it's working.
If I could have everybody who thinks they're doing a good job just do better because you're not, okay?
You guys think I'm being this
No, I don't think it works. It's not projecting right.
Cue the oboe.
I think if I was gonna eat somebody, I'd start with this eye.
No.
Eyes always meaty.
We're gonna keep sticking to this, okay?
It's the best on a chicken. I feel like it's probably the best on a person. Could be. Put a little sriracha on it.
Oh, yeah. Almost.
Hello? Hello? No, I don't think it works.
No matter who you are, you have dreams. I want to be an astronaut.
I want to be a doctor.
A dinosaur. And Angie's Ice Creamery wants to hear them. Come into any Angie's to tell us your dream, and you'll get a dreamsicle absolutely free. I want to be a teacher. Here's a free dreamsicle.
I want to be a surfer.
Here's a free dreamsicle. I want to be best friends with a horse. Here's a free dreamsicle.
Is this where we tell the dreams?
It sure is.
I'm standing naked, looking into a mirror. My face is not my own. A small fire burns besides me and I face it. A young calf slowly melts into the flames. It looks at me and speaks. This is what remembering does, it says. And then I'm in a field. It's raining. I cannot move my legs, but steadily I go forward. Through the tall grass towards a grave. I cannot read it, but I do not need to. This grave is mine. Then I wake up.
Do you want a dreamsicle?
Yes, I do. Yes, everything is pleasant now. What are all you kids looking at?
Angie's Ice Creamery. It's a dream come true.
I just showered, but I still smell kind of funky.
Did you remember to clean your entire body?
Well, I mean, I tried, but there are so many body parts to remember.
That's why you need the shower list.
The shower list?
A helpful list of all your body parts that need to be cleaned.
It's just a little piece of paper.
Yes, but it's waterproof.
So I can take it in the shower.
Yep, and just starting for you. Oh god, my mouse disconnected.
Okay, we're on.
There you go, new code.
Has anyone seen Nate Shapiro? He hasn't come into the office in like 15 years.
Pardon me.
Don't Say Pajamas is the new game show that's taken the world by storm. Hosted by none other than Terry St. Pancakes. The only rule of this game is not to say the word pajamas.
Mr. Edgar Loudshoes, come on down.
I can't believe I'm on Don't Say Pajamas! What was that?
You said pajamas. Now please sit down.
Uh-oh. Remember, don't say pajamas.
What do you call clothes that you sleep in?
Ooh, pajamas? Nuts!
Don't say pajamas.
A word that rhymes with bojamas.
Well, it's not pajamas.
Poop. Literally all you have to do to win is not say pajamas.
Remember, in the final round, you are still not allowed to say pajamas.
Then I'm gonna go with my gut and say pajamas. Fudge Pug!
Catch all the action here on...
Don't say pajamas!
You all have to leave.
Ice cold beer taste, no good. This is Glug Lightsville.
Glug Lightsville is the only light beer that tastes like beer without as many calories as beer.
Sit-ups and lifting rocks, punching cops right in the teeth.
When Glug Lightsville bottles are empty, no beer comes out, so you know it's empty. Every time.
Wearing shorts, sweating a lot, hoping this will get Jenny back.
Glug Lightsville comes in a bottle with its name on the label, so you don't get confused or give it to a baby.
Rock hard abs and glistening pecs, drinking beer while exercising, getting tipsy, massive chafing, no pain, no gain, be a cool tattoo. Get dehydrated, don't take breaks. Water shows the babes your weakness. Must get babes to make Jenny jealous. Jenny must know you're doing alright.
Glug Lightsville.
Glug Light!
Okay, come on. You can do this. You need this.
I was waiting so long the game backed out. Oh. Silly game.
We're set.
Could we get one of the writers in here for some more pre-show announcements? I feel like I've said some of these a couple times already.
So I realize I've forgotten my bag, and I go back into the office to get it. And there they are, all the security guards, dressed up like us, shouting our catchphrases.
Penelope? Penelope, do you think that that's how your costume is supposed to look? Really, you do?
Come on down to Barbecue Street all week for some great deals on food and fixins'. Mondays, it's 25% off Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings. Tuesdays, it's 50% off whatever Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings are left over from Monday. Wednesday, we've got 10% off our famous Dry Spice Ribs. But make sure to come back on Thursday for 60% off a sampler platter of Monday's leftover Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings and Wednesday's Dry Spice Ribs. Fridays, we kick things up a notch when you can get a free order.
I am Cookie Masterson, and I shaved my nipples for this, so let's hurry before it grows back. Like, we need to get moving now. It's funny, if I squint my eyes, it looks like I'm watching a presidential debate. Everyone's got a nice little screw. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by...
Flavored eye drops. Why let your mouth have all the fun? Flavored eye drops.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. And right this way.
Get ready, time for question.
To get started, Eat, Pray, Die. Which of these Julia Roberts characters would Jack the Ripper have been most likely to savagely murder? Erin Brockovich, Vivian Ward, Tess Ocean, or Liz Gilbert? Player 1.
Swing and a miss.
Player 2. This answer is worth Ocean's 0. Watch how easy this is. Vivian Ward is the name of the prostitute Julia Roberts plays in Pretty Woman, and almost all of serial killer Jack the Ripper's alleged victims were female prostitutes, so he'd probably have just loved to murder her. I can see it now. He'd open the box with his knife in it. She'd reach in and he'd playfully shut it, snapping her fingers. She'd laugh, he'd laugh, then he'd kill her.
Oh, mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
Next up, If I Only Had a Brain Trust. Suppose the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz faced off against the Wicked Witch of the West in a public debate. If he wanted to use a straw man argument against her, what might he do? Attack the Wicked Witch's character rather than the issues? Misrepresent the Wicked Witch's position on the issues? Prove the Wicked Witch wrong using statistical data? Or interrupt the Wicked Witch before she finishes her points? Player 2. Uh-oh. Player 1. A straw man argument purposefully misrepresents an opponent's position in order to strike it down. Here's how I would debate the Wicked Witch. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the two candidates you see here tonight is a Wicked Witch. Thank you, I yield the rest of my time.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
How about getting naughty? And this dis or dat leg's being tied up. Player 2, you seem to be behind, so why don't you play this dis or dat? I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one you tell me if it's the name of a necktie knot or the name of a sex position recommended by Women's Health magazine. If it's a necktie knot, press the X button. If it's a sex position, press the B button. Player 1. Select your answer before Player 2, because if you get it right and Player 2 gets it wrong, you get that cash. Alright, let's get started. The Half Windsor. The Valedictorian. The Prince Albert. The Trinity. The Caboose. You're way out of position. My usual sex position is also the way I usually tie a tie, alone in front of a mirror. Here's one I like to call Shop Till Everyone Drops. Say at Christmas time, every single item at your local mall sells out. According to a popular grim fairy tale, which of these stores has the best chance to be magically stocked overnight by hardworking elves? Foot Locker, Radio Shack, Victoria's Secret, or LensCrafters? Player 1. Player 2. Nuh-uh. Want to see the answer? In the grim fairy tale, The Elves and the Cobbler, a poor shoemaker is given some much-needed help by elves who appear in the middle of the night. And while the shoemaker made a nice profit, the elves were trampled to death on Black Friday. Pucker up for Okia Dokia. If you're driving between company headquarters, which trip should be the shortest? IKEA to Kia, Kia to Nokia, Nokia to IKEA, or IKEA, Nokia, and Kia headquarters are exactly the same distance apart. Player 2. Nokia, no Kia. Player 1. Nokia is based in Finland, and IKEA is based right next door in Sweden. Kia is based in South Korea. Whether it's phones, furniture, or cars, if it's got Kia in the name, you know it's gonna be cheap. I mean inexpensive. Inexpensive! We've finished round 1. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And remember, you got those screws sitting there. We don't want them getting rusty. Try this on for size. Muscle milk was a bad choice. Say the news team from the Anchorman films decides to run a relay race against a rival news team. If Ron Burgundy is his team's anchor, when will he run? Before Brick, Brian, and Champ? After Brick and Brian, but before Champ? Before Brian and Champ, but after Brick? Or after Brick, Brian, and Champ? Player 1. Player 2. In a relay race, the anchor, usually the fastest runner, goes last. And they would probably promote the race so incessantly that by the time it actually took place, you wouldn't be that interested in seeing it anymore.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Coming up next, guess who's Dak? Dak again. You know, I'm not an optimist, but I have to say, I feel like things have been going pretty well with the game so far.
Son Daddy forgot about me.
Oh no, my old ventriloquist puppet, Billy O'Brien.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy, the whole creative team here decided to not include you in this game because you're too much of a troublemaker.
Troublemaker? Me? No, I just got back from traveling the world, studying all the profound teachings of titular world spiritual leaders. For instance, which titular religious group was founded by someone with the last name of Smith? Protestants, Episcopalians, Presbyterians, or Nornuns?
Player 2? Any last words? Too late. Player 1. The Mormon religion was founded in the 1800s by Joseph Smith.
In America.
So, which was your favorite religion you studied?
Well, I particularly like the ones that preach about reincarnation. Someday, I hope to come back as a beautiful coffee table.
Follow me down to the sea.
Open wide for Orcas 11. Say I wanted to go around freeing the killer whales from every SeaWorld location in the world. How many separate rescue missions would I need to go on? 3 rescue missions, 4 rescue missions, 5 rescue missions, or 6 rescue missions? Oh, you're screwed, Player 1. You got 5 seconds. Excuse me. Player 2, way to screw, baby. You want even more cash? Player 2, honest mistake. It was begging to be picked. There are 3 SeaWorlds, one in San Diego, one in San Antonio, and one in Orlando. So you would need to go on 3 separate rescue missions. Well, that sounds like a lot of traveling. Maybe I'll just pay that kid from Free Willy to do it. Something tells me he could use the cash. May I introduce Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
The name of Jeff Dunham's purple-skinned puppet. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Players 1 and 2, his name is Peanut. I have to admit, people who talk through ventriloquist puppets kind of creep me out.
That you talk through me?
Quiet, Billy. Stop trying to get me to kill people.
Whoa, now you're creeping me out, man.
Let's try the midnight run to the bathroom. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, how would Paul Revere secretly signal to you that he has to pee in the sea? I have to do a number 1 in a 1. I have to do a number 1 in a 2. I have to do a number 1 in a 3. Or, I have to do a number 2 in a 1. Player 2, 10's running. Player 1. Player 2. The correct answer is, according to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Paul Revere's Ride, Paul's signal for the British was 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And as we all know, a number 1 is a P. And Americans would have known about the British sooner if he hadn't stopped for a number 4. You don't even want to know what that is. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press your A button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, 2,000 gone if you're wrong. And of course, remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. This plus this equals that. What new thing do these combine to make? Good luck. Takes it! Player 1, I'm gonna call you the winner here, but know that it has nothing to do with your performance. It's just because I'm required to have someone win, even if they don't break 0. It's also required that I say, "You don't know Jack!"
Hey kids, are your parents out of the room? Yeah! Good, because I want to talk to you about candyforgold.com. At candyforgold.com, we take all your parents' boring old gold and jewelry and send you back bags of delicious candy. But listen, we can't send you the candy unless you send us the gold. So here's what I need you to do. Tell your...
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. One of you two needs a shower. There are your screws to get you started. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. All right, let's get this party started.
Get ready.
ready. Time for question 1.
First on the docket, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Player 1, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it. Player 2, this screw does not have a happy ending. Here we have, his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds. What a pity. Player 1, nicely screwed. Why not pick up a few more bucks? Player 1. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here's a good one. Brought to you by the letter Unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Player 1. Nobody picks that one. Player 2. Check, please. Smart people choose this. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! And yet, none of them have ever blinked. And now, Duck, Duck, Swan? Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Player 2, cue the swan song. Player 1, Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
5 fingers!
Say hello to the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 2, yikes, your score could use a hand. Why don't you play this dis or dat and see if it helps? I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the X button. If it's Curious George, press the B button. Player 1, try to lock in your answer before Player 2, because if Player 2 gets it wrong, but you get it right, you'll steal that cash. Okay, we're off. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. Egg the house. Ew, baby, 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 ew. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That's the end of round 1. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And remember, our wrong answer to the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Let's get back to the action. And on its way, Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Watch your clock. Player 1. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Player 2. No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won! The greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
I call this one, let it go, let it go, let it go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Watch your time. Player 2? You may not know how temperatures work. Player 1. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah blah blah, he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Why not try Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Hello? Player 1. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player 2. That answer has a hole in it. It's time for Wine or Lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Player 2. Player 2. Player 1. This is right. Oops, this is white, which is wrong. Here's what a right answer looks like. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Here's one for you. I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Player 1. I think at that point it would practically be coming out the other end. Player 2. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Step right up to the Jack Attack. Okay, if that's how you want it, here's the clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. Is our winner! Player 2, I'm not exactly sure how you won that game, because from the looks of your score, you played blindfolded. But I do know this. You don't know Jack! Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and whenever I see an attractive woman, I make this sound. So, do you two know each other, or has one of you been kidnapped? Handle those screws carefully. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Slightly used balloons. The more these balloons deflate, the more your wallet inflates.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay, let's light this sucker.
Get ready, time for question.
Let's begin with Mexican-do attitude. What dish could Porky Pig order at a Mexican restaurant without committing cannibalism? Al pastor, chorizo, ceviche, or lomo adobada? Player 1, chorizo no. Player 2, ceviche is fish. Great idea. Give spicy Mexican food to someone who doesn't wear pants.
Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
Up next, Mark TV, and it's a this or that. Player 1. Don't say I never gave you anything. Play this this or that and try to improve your score. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, tell me if it's a sales department on Walmart.com, an MTV show, or both. If it's a Walmart department, press the X button. If it's on MTV, press the B button. And if you think it's both, press A. Player 2. Choose your answer before Player 1, and if Player 1 gets it wrong and you get it right, that cash is yours. We good? Here we go. Bags. Cribs. Mugs. Skins. Juniors. Juvies. Tools. You're a tool. Walmart doesn't have a jackass department, though, officially.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
This one's known as Just Want to Check In. Hey, how do you feel? With the pharynx, with the thoracic cavity, with the pulmonary veins, or with the thalamus? The screw is in you, Player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice. Huh? Player 1, your screw worked out. Want a little more money? Player 1. Let me show you something. Located just above the brainstem, the thalamus acts as the relay station sending information like pain to the brain. That's fine, don't ask me how I'm feeling. I asked you how you feel, but whatever. Sure, it's also with my thalamus, but it's just common decency to reciprocate. Take a stab at For Whom the Dinner Bell Tolls. Ooh, it's almost time for my dinner. Better have this fortune cookie first, as prescribed by my doctor.
Cookie, fortune, cookie, fortune, cookie,
medicine. Not bad. Let's see what my fortune says. Laughter is the best medicine. If that's true, which character from the nursery rhyme Hey Diddle Diddle is the healthiest? The cat, the little dog, the cow, or the spoon? Goodness, Player 1, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to give me an answer. Sweet dreams. Player 2, that was some mighty fine screwing. Don't stop there. Get some more cash. Player 2. In the Mother Goose nursery rhyme, hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the little dog is the one that laughs at all the crazy stuff going on. This was pre-YouTube, you understand, so if somebody told you a dog laughed, you just had to take them at their word. This one's called, I've had intimate thoughts about Adam. Which of these people is B.I. curious? Someone interested in sexually experimenting with barium? Someone looking to explore with bromine? Someone flirting with beryllium? Or someone fantasizing about bismuth? Not much time left. Player 1. Player 2. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now pay attention. The chemical symbol for bismuth is Bi. But as a society, we shouldn't put labels on things like this, except chemicals. You should label chemicals so you don't blow yourself up. Unless that's what you're into. Look, I don't know, man. Round 1 is in the books. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And hint, hint, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer to the game. Okay, how about it? Take a good look at Spit Up or Shut Up. If Lady Gaga changed her name to the most common first word spoken by babies, what would she be called? Lady No, Lady Dada, Lady Cat, or Lady Mama? Player 2. Player 1. According to a poll performed by YouGov, Dada or Daddy was by far the most popular first word spoken by babies, beating out Mama or Mommy by a considerable margin. Lady Dada is a good name, right? Please just say yes, because that's the name of the screenplay I wrote for Adam Sandler.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
It's time for Childhood Murmuries. It looks like we have a sort of treat today. My good acquaintance, old man, somehow found his way into the studio again. How's it going, old man?
Terrible, Mr. Shapiro.
Yeah, it's Mr. Masterson, actually.
Since when?
Since birth.
I know we're on Earth. Anywho, I need your help remembering something.
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that scroody-up-doodly-doo? It's Foggy Facts with Old Man.
Scroody-up-doo, I forget.
So, what is it you're trying to remember, old man?
Well, it's something I used to do when I was just a lad.
Not sure the history books go back that far, but I'll see if I can help. Why don't you describe it to me?
Sure thing, Nate. It's a game. British kids like to play it, I think. You get 3 strikes per turn, and seeds are involved somehow. What is that game?
Would it be Conkers, Queenie Queenie, Marbles, or 5 Stones? Player 2, dude. Player 2.
Marbles? I think you lost yours.
Player 1. You thinking of Conkers, old man?
Hey, Conkers, yeah! It's an old British kids game I used to play. Each player has one of these seeds called a conker, and they take turns whacking at them. 3 whacks per turn. Why is that fun?
It's hard to imagine you as a little kid, old man.
Well, I look pretty much the same, minus the liver spots. Didn't start growing those till my early 20s.
Mm-hmm. And when did you start smelling like liver?
That depends. When was liver invented?
Follow me down to the sea.
Try this on for size. All rise for the Honorable Dinwoody Fudnuddler. If Trees brought a class action lawsuit against the Lumberjacks, which Dr. Seuss character would they most likely hire as their legal counsel? The Cat in the Hat, the Grinch, Pop, or the Lorax? Players 1 and 2. The Lorax speaks for the trees, and in a lawsuit, the legal counsel speaks for its client, in this case, the trees. It makes sense the Lorax would be a lawyer. He always sues. How about, there's a question in my pants and you're all invited.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
Okay, as usual, if you get this correct, there's a little extra in it for you. Speaking of extra, put these underwear styles in order from least butt cheek revealing to most butt cheek revealing. Thong, bikini, tanga. Bikini, tanga, thong, thong, bikini, tanga, or tanga, bikini, thong. Time is short. Players 1 and 2. Bikini-style underwear cover the butt cheeks more than Tonga-style, and Tonga-style cover more than thong, which leave your butt cheeks pretty much all out there. I'm giving you each an additional $1,000 for that. But really, any style that doesn't expose my vestigial tail works fine for me. Here we have Feeling Fines. I love that actor from Schindler's List and The English Patient. You know, the one who plays Voldemort. But I'm never certain if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. What's the proper way to say that Mr. Fines has to throw up? Ralph has to Ralph, Reef has to Ralph, Rolf has to Ralph, or Rafe has to Ralph? Watch the time! Player 1. This would have worked. Yep, Rafe Fiennes' first name is spelled like Ralph, but pronounced Rafe. And his brother Joseph Fiennes is pronounced Joseph, but it's spelled Lessfamous. It's a weird British thing. Welcome to the attack. What? I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. I love you like a legal guardian. I hope you know who adopted or just took care of who. Hey, Player 2, I got news for you. If you were trying to lose, you can't even do that well. Here's another late-breaking news item.
You don't know Jack!
And now, relax into Downward Dog.
Ooh.
What's wrong, Susan? Is this yoga class too hard?
No, I had a burrito for lunch and I'm feeling gassy.
Honey, this is Sweet Relief Yoga Studio. We don't hold anything back.
Now, swing your foot into Warrior 2.
Whoa, did she just?
Uh-huh.
And that's okay?
Die. Come on down to Cemetery's Torch.
Thank you guys so much for watching that stream of You Don't Know Jack. Hopefully I'm going to play it again tomorrow. About the same time. About 7:30. But anyways, thank you so much for being here on the stream. And I'll see you next time. Next time might be You Don't Know Jack.